beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. So today we're taking a look at October's energy, seeing what's going to be going on, anything shifting, anything changing, all the tea, all the information you need to know. Before I begin, I want to give a massive shout out to some of my patrons. So Megan, Michelle, and Shay, my BFF tier, thank you so much for your support. I really, really appreciate it. I love you guys so much. And to Adam, Amber, Andrea, Charisse, Connor, Crystal, Janessa, Jessica, Lola, Sophia, Stephanie, Susanna, Taylor, Tina, and Tracy. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much, my hotties tiers. So big shout out to my patrons, and a big shout out to all my other patrons. I appreciate and love you guys so much. So thank you for supporting me. Just wanted to let you all know how much I appreciate you, and I appreciate you that are here right now. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being subscribed. Thank you for supporting me in the way that you do. It does mean so much to me. And so I have this reading for you guys. So you can go ahead and jump on over to your selection. If you do enjoy the reading, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. I do offer personal readings, so you can book that at my website, witchybabeshop.com. I am open for booking at the end of October. So if you're wanting to get in October, then you're going to want to make sure you book soon before that does get booked up. And if you are wanting to check out my Patreon and become part of the Patreon shout out, I do have different tiers with different things that are offered in them, but everybody mostly gets everything on my Patreon. So I do try to make everything as available to as many people as possible. The only thing that you do have to go up to a higher tier for would be for my teaching seminars or for live teaching seminars. So if you're interested in that, I do have my hotties tiers and up, get access to that. But if you want to check out your all signs reading for the month, or if you want to check out other Patreon exclusive pick cards that I have only on there, what I do for just my wonderful patrons, then you can join in at any tier and get access to that. So I love you guys so much, and I will see you at your selection. Hello, group one. So you all chose divine timing, and we're going to be checking in what's going on for you in October, what unexpected changes or blessings are coming in. So divine timing is kind of your key word here for the month. I wonder if that will probably not stay up there. We'll leave it up there. So I feel like instantly what I'm getting from this card is that there's things that are happening in divine timing for you this month. And I mean that by like, there's things that were divinely timed that have been delayed that are actually happening this month because that's the time frame they were supposed to happen. So not the typical, divine timing. So you just have to kind of wait. There could be that message here for some, but I do feel like there's definitely something happening that you've been hearing was divine timing, and it's actually coming through in October. So let's see what else we have here. We have attract from wholeness. So some of you, I was already picking it up, so I'm going to throw it out there. There's been like a relationship thing of yours that's been under like this divine timing type of energy, and you've been getting that message and hearing over and over and over again, and you've been giving it on we have the soul card, we have the moon card on like a soul level here, but I also feel like you've been getting it in readings and maybe even like through astrology with the 9th house, but definitely like you've just felt like things were happening in the way that they were supposed to be happening. You may have gotten tarot readings as well. And now it's actually now it's happening. Now it's literally really happening. This is like a soul connection. And I used to do a lot of love readings, but I've really pulled away from that because there's just so much more to life, right? And I always am kind of cringing whenever I feel like a love message is coming out, but that's really what's coming out for you guys. Like, I feel like this strong connection to a romantic partner, something coming into alignment for you, attracting, now that you are in a space of wholeness, attracting in somebody that is really a good, strong soul connection is something that can, I'm hearing, be a life partner, be somebody that you are with for a very long time. Now, I also want to throw out, when I went on my little rant about love life stuff, I heard my guide start bickering about there's other messages. So I also want to throw out that some of you have been delayed in other areas of your life, and you were coming from a space of like, I need this to happen. Like, I need this, a very strong desperation. And that may have been very real for what was happening, but you had to get to a space of wholeness before you could have what it is that you were seeking. It was coming in a space of divine timing. And I feel like you got really frustrated when you would hear that because you were like, what do you mean divine timing? I need this to happen right now. And so you didn't get what you needed, you didn't get what you thought you needed, and you had to keep pushing, you had to keep moving on. And now you are coming from a space of wholeness and attracting that end. And you've had to have a lot of faith, and you've had to rely on your intuition. But that is now, things are turning around in October for you all. So we have Lumeria coming out, creating heaven on earth. It's happening here. I think it's interesting. I just finished recording all the signs on Patreon. So if you are wanting to check out your specific sign, what's going on, then check that out, because I just finished recording all of their energy for October, and Pisces energy got this Lumeria card, and I'm getting the same message I got for them. So shout out if you are a Pisces or Pisces sun, moon, rising. Go ahead and let me know in the comments, because I think that'll be super cool. But you guys are manifesting. You guys that are attracted to this are connected to a time when things were a lot different, and like energy exchange was a lot different on Earth. And so you all likely find yourself being very, very frustrated about why things are the way they are, and why people can't work situations out differently, why relationships end up the way they do, why, money and the way we exchange energy and shelter and our time is so fucked up. Just pardon my language, but just fucked up, right? And you're like, I don't understand. I feel like you deeply on a soul level are frustrated from that. And it's just like, why is it like this? And I feel like that is like, a lot of people feel that way, but do you feel it so strongly, so deeply, because you are so connected with a time that is not like this, okay? Like a time that is not, it was not like this at all. Things were not like this. And so you have to understand that your energy being here is promoting more of that. You are kind of like the beacon for that light of what could be. And I also feel like part of why certain things get paused for you, and you need that divine timing is always kind of showing up in your life. You're always feeling like, oh, I'm having to wait till things are like lined up. And I know it will work out when it happens, but it's really frustrating that I go through this process every single time, is because, again, you are like this very strong light source, this energetic source to bring more of this Lumerian energy and this heaven on earth energy, bringing up the vibration of the planet. But also, I feel like because you are being set up, so people that don't have that connection and don't realize that things could be different will see you and see how you're living and the experience you're having and be like, what are they doing? Like, how did they do that? How are they having that experience? How do they feel like that? How are they, how are they so connected? You are, I just saw 555 go across the screen. You're going through these changes. You may be seeing fives too. This challenge, this pressure. And you're going to gain a lot from it in a very tangible way. You're going to get the things that you've been desperately wanting. And it's all in divine timing though. So you can be like this beacon of light of, our energy matters, our thoughts matter, our feelings matter, how we exchange all of that matters, the words we say to each other and the actions we take towards each other matters, our intentions towards each other matter. It's all real and it all matters. And you're going to be that example of how that is so real, because people are going to be able to see your life and how you changed your energy and how everything started to shift and how you fell into the release of divine timing and how things shifted for you. And not just what you have, what you can show, but how you are, the way you put yourself out there in that space. So that's why it couldn't be overnight. That's why you had to go through this process, because it wasn't just for you and your appreciation and your lessons. It was for everybody else that's been watching you. Okay, I'm sorry you had that burden, but that's really what it was. So we have nervous coming out on my card here. So I feel like, a lot of you guys this month, you are feeling nervous about what's coming in, or I feel like you feel the anxiety of this opportunity that was held back for divine timing that's coming in. You felt the anxiety, and you don't know, like, why do I feel this? So that energy that you're feeling that feels anxious, it is this opportunity that is being birthed in. I also feel like there's just a little bit of nervousness with a shift, with things shifting for you. So some of you maybe have a lot of fixed energy in your chart. So shout out Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. Leave a comment if that is you. We have forgiveness. So I'm getting kind of like a different message with these two cards. I do feel like in October, there's somebody that you're needing to forgive. You're needing to let go of a situation. And I think you're nervous to forgive. Like you've been holding on to this for so long. It's almost like a part of you. So you're nervous about releasing it. Like, who are you without this vengeance? Who are you without this? Yeah, I'm going to prove them wrong, or I'm going to show them one day. It's been, maybe for some, it's been like motivation for you, but you're really needing to just like let it go. It actually acts as a block for certain things that you're wanting to bring in. And so but you're going to find here, this is what I'm hearing. I'm not hearing like you got to figure out a way to forgive. I'm hearing you're going to forgive. Something's going to happen where you just forgive. Like, they're going to apologize in a way that you're just like, I mean, what am I going to do? I got to forgive. Like, it's something that's out of your control, and it makes you a bit nervous, but you feel your body just releasing it, just letting it go. It's such a hard, I've had that experience where I'm like all pumped up, ready, pissed, and I'll give it to you. I am a Pisces Mars, so I tend to, I can be kind of watery with, or uneven with my reactions. It can change rapidly. But where somebody comes and, they explain themselves and they're deeply sorry and they take responsibility for what they did. And it's like, what are you going to do at that point? You were like, no, still fuck you. I mean, sometimes, yeah, but like, I feel like in this situation, you're like, I get it. And we all make mistakes and you're forgiving. And it's just weird because it's been a part of you for so long, for those that resonate. So don't be nervous about it. And so that's a very specific message. We have home. Oh my gosh, these cards have been frequent flyers in this month's energy when it comes to all signs. So I think it's very interesting. A lot of shifting with home and our idea of home and what makes us feel safe. We have receptivity as well. So some of this divine timing energy is about your home situation, either your literal home or those in your home, and you've been blocked on something. You've been wanting something really bad and you've been blocked, and now you are going to receive it. So this is allow yourself to receive. We have jug, lighthearted, carefree time, nice. But then we have bat, take care, enemies are working against you. And I'm going to be real honest. I instantly hear you are your own enemy. You are your worst enemy. Your brain and your thoughts and how you get into that negative spiral is your enemy. So this month is really about allowing things to play out. Divine timing is happening and everything is happening in perfect timing right now, and things that you have wanted for a while are coming into reality in October. So just enjoy it. Be open to receive it. But Bat tells you, take care of your thought process, take care of your feelings, take care of yourself so you aren't being your worst enemy this month, you guys, because there is a lot of amazing energy and opportunity here. So, and with that nervous energy, I do feel like look at this. We have the Page of Swords. You're getting yourself caught up in your head. And you don't have to. And I really am happy that this Page of Swords is upright, because it does show me that you might get caught up in your head, but you can use that energy to be excited about the new things to come. The Page of Swords is just starting out on their adventure. They're very excited. They're open to learn and explore. And that's how you kind of what you need to step into this month, is being open to explore and to see what comes. Also, some of you could be interested in learning some new things and expanding in that way. Yeah, this is what I'm seeing, is this knife breakthrough, that Hanged Man. So you've been in the Hanged Man energy, and that's what's being released. You are now being able to have access to information and ideas and opportunities that you didn't in the past. So that is what's changing for you, group one. So let's just get some last messages, last pieces of advice for you all. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is telling you, don't be in a rush. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the process. And to stay focused on your goals. You have more goals than what's coming in. This is not like everything in your life is perfect in October. That would be amazing, right? But you have other things that you're working towards, other goals, other dreams. Stay focused on those. Just like this happened for you, those other goals can happen too. And they will happen. I think a lot of y'all, you can take this with you beyond October. things move slower in your life because a lot of things are divinely planned. So they come, and so they are the best for you. You get the best possible outcome. And again, because others need to watch that journey. The journey is a big part of your success. Without the journey, I don't feel like you would be able to have the success. You wouldn't just be able to have it. And it's not about having to work for it. It's about having to have that experience to show when you're in this space of success, if that makes sense. It's like, how are you supposed to lead if people don't know that you've already been down that road, right? Like, if people don't already know that you have the skills and necessary to lead, like, how are you supposed to genuinely lead? And I feel like with some of the astrological transits and what we're going to be seeing as a culture, we're going to really be, our intuition as a collective is going up, and people are pointing out fakeness more and more often, and they're not appreciating it like they used to. Like, you used to want to be as fake as possible, right? And now there's more of attention and focus on people that are being real. And that's things that are starting to go viral, like just real reality, real rawness, real emotions, real experiences. And I feel like you guys are basically have been preparing for that to be real, to be raw. And that is going to be the type of content, the type of leadership, the type of people that others are going to be drawn to. Because those that have been kind of in this facade and this fakeness a lot of their life, and, you know, played into that kind of like the matrix really well, and it just worked for them, that is being ripped from them. They're not going to be able to lean into that like that anymore. So your authenticity is going to shine because you actually been there. You've been down that path. You've been down these roads. And so you can really help people and motivate people in a way that others can't. And you're not going to be able to fake it as easy, I feel like, in the near future. Not talking about like this year or whatever, but just, you know, in the future, especially when Pluto goes into Aquarius. So we have the Great Gathering coming out. It's all coming together. Intuitive hit, Soul Tribe. Not surprised. You know, I was talking that whole time. I didn't see that card in my hand, but I'm not surprised it's coming out because, yeah, absolutely. Everything about your life, you guys, for this pile especially, like, there's a lot of divine timing. And I just feel like you're so carefully monitored. Like, if you realized how much things were out of your control, you'd probably stop pushing so back on that resistance. But then it also might make you feel a little like I don't know, like, I feel like there's a lot of things that are out of your control in your life that you feel bad that you can't control, and you feel like you've done something wrong, and if you were better that things would be better. But there's a lot of things happening that are out of your control, and there's a lot of things that are going to come together that are also out of your control. And you just need to kind of ride the wave when you can tell that your actions aren't getting you anywhere. When you can tell you stepping into the hangman energy, when you can tell you're getting blocked left and right, that is your cue to pull back, because other energy is in control now. Divine timing is in control. Things are working out for you, not against you. So that's going to be it for group one. I love you guys so much. If you did enjoy this reading, make sure you leave a like and let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear what's going on for you all individually and how you resonate in your signs and how it connects into the reading. And I also, if you are wanting to get more, if you want to check out what's going on for your sign for the month, check out the pinned comment. I have the links to all of the all signs readings, and you can join my Patreon and get access to that, along with a ton of information. I am doing teaching seminars now for some of the upper tiers, and I have a lot of stuff on there, so check it out. There's like over 600 posts. I'd love to add you to the family. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, I am booking for the end of October right now. I don't have anything available for the beginning, but the end of October. So if you want to get in this month, book soon. witchybabeshop.com is the website. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and I will see you all next time. Hello, pile 2. So you all chose cycles. So cycles, emotional cycles, karmic cycles. These are going to be the kind of key phrases for the month, the key energy, the main energy. Let's go ahead and get some more details for you all. I feel like especially a strong link to like romance, love life, and cycles that you have in that regard. So we have, I want love, but. So I want love, but. This is asking you, I feel like with this, it's, I want love, but what am I willing to get the love that I really deserve? What am I willing to see about myself? What am I willing to see about my patterns? What am I willing to see about my past relationships and the cycles I may be in? And I also feel like this, like, I want love, but I'm unsure how to show it myself. I'm unsure how to connect myself. So I feel very shadowy energy for you all, to be very honest. I'm so sorry. If that's not what you're wanting to hear. And it's not saying that, October is going to be negative for you. I just feel like there's definitely a lot of reflection happening on your relationships. And that makes a lot of sense. We have Mercury retrograde in Libra. So that's literally what it's about. And this energy with its shadow is going to be, or the post shadow is going to be taking up the majority of October. And so there is a lot of reflections on, you want love, but what love do you really want? What are you really attracted to? What do you feel you deserve? Oh my God. Yeah. Look at this. Aries, I am. Who are you? What do you want? What do you deserve? Really reflecting on that. And then we have Chiron. Literally, Chiron is in Aries right now. And we are doing a lot of reflections. And with Chiron being in Aries, it is opposing this Mercury retrograde in Libra. And so it's like what we want and who we are, and like our ego is really being put up against odds of our relationships. And there's a big opportunity to heal, but there's also this opportunity to go back into kind of toxic cycles. Go back into cycles that are maybe a little bit more comfortable, but we know don't really serve us. So it's like, I want love, but I'm accepting less. I want love, but I don't love myself. We have Warrior Woman coming out. If you weren't afraid, what would you do? So you guys are being asked this month, how would you live your life differently if you weren't making decisions based out of fear? Or if you didn't feel fear, how would you live your life differently? And I'm flashing back to a post I just made and kind of a realization I had today. And it was sparked by somebody else's question of a thing I was listening to on YouTube. And the question was, if you were to die, be told that you're going to die in a week, would you have regrets on all the things that you didn't do? Would you regret not chasing your dreams out of fear? And so I'm flashed back to that question to ask you, and you need to kind of sit with that this month. You need to sit with that and ask yourself, if I were to die tomorrow, if I were to die in a week, am I going to regret all the things that I didn't do out of fear? Because the one thing that you are going to always regret, more than likely, sometimes fear keeps us safe, but a lot of the times it just fucks us over. Are the decisions, you're going to regret decisions that were made based on fear. And think about it. Like, I know for myself, when I'm scared and I'm driving, I drive fucking awful. I'm so bad. But when I'm driving and feeling confident and I know where I'm going and, I left with enough time and I grounded and center myself, because I have driving anxiety. So I have to ground and center myself before I drive, even if it's just normal. Like, that is a very different experience than when I'm trying to make decisions while I'm driving and I'm afraid. We don't make very good decisions when we're afraid, unless we're making instinctual decisions to save our life in a moment. But we'll make decisions about what jobs to take or not take, what opportunities to take or not take. A lot of times the fear is holding us back. So ask yourself this month, things that come up, challenge yourself to handle them in a way that you actually want to handle them, and not in a way where you're reacting from fear. Okay, let's see what else we have. Medicine Woman. Yes, you are a channel for divine healing power. And I just take this card as being, you are very powerful. We have two very powerful energies here. You're a very powerful person, group 2. And this month you're needing to recognize that, and you're needing to honor it, and you're needing to understand that there's a lot of divine information that's coming into you and speaks through you. And I think some of you need to listen to yourself. You'll share things with others and you'll help other people. You need to listen to your own words. You need to listen to your own words. We have High Priestess. I mean, look at this. Just powerhouse of energy. a powerhouse of feminine energy, which is the receptive energy, which is this information that you're coming in. You don't have to go push and make it happen. You are receiving it, and you are just being asked to listen, just being asked to hear it, being asked to allow it to integrate. I feel like when cycles come out, usually the people that are going to be drawn to that energy, or when it comes out for a client, it does indicate that you may start to feel a bit tired and run down. And I kind of pick up on that for you all as well, because I do feel like there's all this power that's running through you and all this information that you may be feeling a bit run down during October. And when you feel that, you need to rest and you need to allow yourself to reflect and you need to meditate, because it's going to help you recharge. Okay, we have balancing the scales and new direction as well. I think a lot of you have made a lot of decisions up to this point in fear, and it's time to try something new. So that's my challenge for you. And I feel like, you know, with the year from now card coming out, I feel like a year from now, if you do this, if you start to challenge yourself and question yourself when you make decisions out of fear, let's not do that. Let's make a decision that does make us uncomfortable. Let's make, you know, let's put ourselves out there, and you see the benefits from that. Your life a year from now is going to be totally different. Totally different. We have, yeah, look at this. Target, goal-oriented person. Target, clouds, and grapes. A lot of things that you fear, you're not seeing them clearly. And maybe instead of rejecting it, you need to get some more information, is what I get from that. I also feel like a lot of your goals that you want, but you're afraid of them actually being able to happen, or you're like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get there. I don't know if I can do this. There's a lot about self-doubt here. Like, you just have to stay focused in on your target and you will be able to get there. Some things may take a while. It may not happen quickly. There's going to be failures. And, you know, and going back to what I was talking about in regards to that question of, if you were to die a week from now, would you regret not taking risks, not taking chances, not, you know, would you regret the decisions made out of fear? Like, I just feel like you guys can take two very different directions this month. You can go down a path where you allow yourself to stay in the cycle of fear and doubts, and you don't get yourself balanced out, and you just stay in this kind of like, you know, you're okay, but you're not really feeling like you're thriving. You're not feeling like you're going towards your purpose. You're not feeling that sun on your face and that feeling of excitement and potential in the air. You're not feeling that. Or you can feel that. And it might be a bit scary because it's something new, but you can feel it, and it could be fun. It could be a lot better than you actually realized. You might get into it, something new that we were scared of, and be like, oh my gosh, I really like this. This is awesome. This is amazing. There was nothing to be scared of. And I think that's what's going to happen for a lot of you. Let's get some more messages. Group 2, what's going on in October? You guys got the deep one. You got stuff going on. Uh-oh. Dropping cards. Yeah, you got the shadow work. We have the devil. And then we have the hermit. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, I'm glad I picked those up. I was kind of, am I going to pick these up? Yeah. You guys, you're going through some shadow work, group 2, in October, but it's all in your best interest. And, you know, instead of looking to the external for relief, which you definitely will try to with the devil being there. And I also kind of get that with the grapes energy. You need to look within, because that's where you're going to find that stability. That's where you're going to find the alignment. Meditation is going to do you wonders. And since kind of what I feel like is a lot of what I've went through recently is kind of in this reading. And this is actually not the reading that I picked, because I always pick one, but this is not the one I picked. But I'm just really flashing back to y'all, or to me, in this reading. And I can tell you that meditation is really what helps me snap out of this. And I literally just went through this, and meditation is what helped bring me into a better space. And so that reflective work, that meditation, that quiet time is just, it does wonders. And so like when you get started, you're like, well, how is this helping? Like, I can't get my brain to stop. It takes time. It takes practice. It's going to be okay. You don't have to be perfect. The other thing is that I've noticed, and I've been doing this a lot more lately, when you start to get really overwhelmed emotionally and you start to feel that, and which that can definitely come through with the cycles, and you're like, I don't know what to do. I'm overwhelmed, and you're just upset and you're crying, right? You're purging. Try to sit with that emotion for a minute, and almost like when I say sit with it, I mean like literally sit with it, like in your head, sit down with that emotion, sit down with you on the other side of you sobbing and like, you know, expressing all of the stuff that's going on, and ask it like, what's really going on here? Because almost never what we're really focused on is the actual problem. There's something bigger, right? And so like, let's say you're really upset about a relationship thing that's not working out for you. So ask what you're really upset about. Ask what you're really afraid of. Ask what this is really about, and see what pops up. And I've been doing that lately, and it's really crazy what happens. What I've noticed is a lot of the times the emotion that you're intensely in, once it gets recognized and it's not trying to be shoved away in, and you're not just like falling into it, into misery, but it actually gets its own space and time to speak, it isn't as intense and it isn't as overwhelming. It starts to melt away. It's the best word I can use to describe the sensation. And then whenever you actually get into a conversation with the energy, you find out what it's really about. And it's never about what it's really about. You know, it's never about what you thought it was about. It's always about something else. And it's always about some sort of belief that you have about you. So that's what you're needing to do. Okay, you're needing to get down to that belief, and you're needing to get down to the real issue, and not just what's on the surface, not just what was the trigger. The trigger is never the real issue. All right, we got good vibes coming out. Sorry. The card went flying. This energy is very, you know, I've noticed that cycle energy when it comes out, it's really kind of a sign that things might get a little bit shaky emotionally and energetically, but it's going to be okay. So we have good vibes coming out. Tapping, again, meditating will bring on the good vibes. Okay. Meditating will bring on the good vibes. And you know what else brings on the good vibes? Not making decisions out of fear. Making decisions out of strength, making decisions out of you knowing that you can take on situations because you can do whatever you put your mind to. Go back to the warrior woman. If you were not afraid, what would you do? How different would your life be? What would you be experiencing that you aren't? Okay, so that is going to be your reading group 2. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. If you did enjoy the reading, make sure to leave a like on the video, comment, subscribe, let me know what's going on with your life right now. I love to hear updates and just, you know, see how people are and what they're currently facing and how this reading resonates with them. So definitely check on it and let me know. And if you would like to find out what's going on for your sign this month, I do have all signs readings up already on my Patreon. I have all the links in the description box below for those readings. So you can check those out right away, right after this reading if you want. And I also have a ton of other content. I have like over 200 videos on there. So go on and check that out. I also just launched this weekend live teaching seminars I'll be doing about twice a month. So the first one is up and posted for all of the hotties, tiers, and ups. So some of the upper tiers. And I also have some really discounted one-on-one live session readings that are available on there as well, but they're limited supply. So if you want to help support the channel even more and you want more content from me, then head on over to my Patreon. I also am accepting personal bookings, and that's you can book on my website, witchybabeshop.com. I only have openings for the end of October. So if you're wanting to get in this month, go ahead and book that soon. Again, witchybabeshop.com. Love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. I'll see y'all next time. Hello, beautiful people. So you all chose the communication card. So communication is going to be a key focus for you this month of October. We're going to find out what other changes or unexpected things that are going to be happening this month. We have trust coming out. Trust your timeline. So you could be having some communications that are coming through regarding a delay is what I'm hearing. And that makes sense because we're in Mercury retrograde. So I'm sorry, but it does make sense. And Mercury retrograde energy is going to be around because of the post shadow for the majority of October. So you just have to trust that the delays that are happening for you right now are happening in your best interest, and just use the time to reflect, maybe get some rest is what I'm hearing in particular. So maybe some things could be delays about like work or something that you're doing like physically. So just getting rest. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we got the 12th house energy. Oh, 12th house and the 8th house. Oh my gosh, and Yod. Okay. All right, y'all. So there is definitely some like frustrating energy to deal with in October, but it's all good. It is all a part of your timeline. It is all going to be helping you in the future. It is all pushing you towards your destiny, towards what you are wanting, but you're just feeling really frustrated as you go through it. So this is not to say that your month is going to be terrible or anything like that by any means, but I do feel like you're just feeling delayed. You're feeling confused. You're feeling like there is this transformation that's happening, but you're just like, you don't know how or like what is actually happening. This is going to be a group you guys are going to have to lean a lot on trust and faith in October. Now we do have my card of dreams coming out. I'll throw that up here. So let's see, we have dreams and we have there's something better. I just feel like the things that are being delayed this month for you all is happening because there is something so much better that's going to be available to you, and that's why they're not working. And that's why, like with the 12th house energy, sometimes when you're dealing with this, the harder you're trying to grasp at it, the more it's slipping out of your hands, and it just feels like it's like quicksand. It's just like gone. Like it's like everything that you're trying, like your thoughts and stuff, feel like they just fall into this quicksand and you can't grasp them. You can't understand what's going on. You don't understand yourself. You're just kind of like in this dreamy, hazy state. And you got to just kind of ride that out, because it is trying to, especially if it's happening when you're trying to push for something to work, when you're trying to figure out how something that's not working for you can. There are aspects of your ideas that are needing to kind of fall away and go through this dissolving, transformative period so you can be pushed more into alignment, into where you're supposed to be. But all of this is not easy to feel. So I just want to, like, I know you guys may have clicked on this wanting a really positive reading, but this is not necessarily the most positive, but it is giving you the information that you need to step into your month in your full power, because you are being called this month. We have Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? And let me tell you, priestesses, people that are leaders in a spiritual way, people that are leaders even in other aspects, they generally have to go through it. Like if you're going to be a really good leader, then you need to know what it's like to be in the trenches, right? So especially if you are somebody that is wanting to help and guide people in a spiritual way and an emotional way, you may have a life where you've already like pre-planned, your soul pre-planned to go through different experiences in real life, like really go through it and come out the other side. That's the other part of this. You are going to come out the other side, but to go through that so you can teach others in a way that is tangible, that is relatable, that they can really embrace. So it's like you're walking through the passages that you are one day going to lead others through, but you're doing it right now kind of on your own. You know, you're doing it right now without that leadership. You're the first one scouting it out, scouting out this new space, scouting out this new experience, and you're going to be able to help people that wouldn't be able to do this. You know, you are special. The reason why you're facing this is because you can actually do it, and not everybody could. So, we have white Tara, sensitivity. You are becoming increasingly 7. This is definitely a month with your 12th house energy here, with the 8th house, and just everything that we've talked about with the Yod. Like that is, you're going to be very sensitive. So you need to take it easy on yourself. You need to not try to push yourself. Don't try to beat yourself up. Don't go there with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Be your best friend. Treat yourself as you would treat other people that you really, really care about. And we do have Mother Mary, expect a miracle. And just like I said, it's not a terrible month. It's just a month where you're deeply in your emotions. You're deeply in your head. You're deeply in trying to understand why certain things are the way they are, why certain things aren't in the way that you would like them to be. Patterns, you know, thinking about your communication style. So we have return and we have fear. I was picking up that this communication, and I often see it come through when an actual message is coming through, okay? Now, I did hear that you may get some messages where you're finding out there's delays and things that you're really wanting to happen, but I also feel like there could be somebody that's returning to you and going to communicate with you. Now, they may communicate through dreams because this fear energy, this person may really want to communicate with you, so they might just do it through the dream state instead. But there is a lot of fear that is like, this person's very afraid to communicate with you for that's coming through. Let's see if we get more on that. We have broken ring. Okay. So this could be an ex. You know, it is Mercury retrograde in Libra, which is a sign of relationships. So this could be an ex that's coming in for communication. And this person, they could be a younger woman, or they could have been, I've heard, like, left you for somebody that was younger or like less mature, or was another woman that was involved in this situation. So I feel like that's more of an identifying thing. So yeah, this person wants to return. They want to communicate with you in some way, but they are afraid of doing that. And I feel like because you left in bad terms, because there was like this tension, I feel like that the younger woman wasn't like they left you for somebody. It's like they left you for like the attention of others. And it may have been people that were younger than you. Like that may have be like a difficult point for somebody here, because I feel very tense saying that. Like that could be a point of pain for somebody here. But they're very, very fearful because they do feel like they kind of screwed up the way that they left. So they might try to contact you through dreams first, and then I do feel like they are going to actually come through. So you're probably going to dream about this happening before it happens. Okay, let's get some more information about your month. Let's find some good news. What's some good stuff that's happening for you all? So we have, okay, so oh my God, this isn't good, but it is. And I see why it's coming out. What's happening this month for you is you're seeing what you actually want. And you're seeing how sometimes your desires and the things that you wish for in the past are not really what you want anymore. And I feel like you're just like, you're kind of growing up. You're growing up in that way. Like there are some desires that you've had, some wishes that you've had that you don't really want anymore, because now you're a different person. And I think you're going to realize that. And that's like, you're shifting. That's why your plans and stuff are shifting and not working. And it's like, because what you want isn't really what you've been working towards, isn't necessarily really what you want. Like really what's going to bring you that wish fulfillment energy, that emotional fulfillment. Like there's more. I feel like you've limited yourself. Yeah, you've limited yourself. And so what is happening this month is you are becoming way more connected with what it is you want and your feelings. And this is what's going to help you bring in what you want. You can't bring in shit if you're all like not really certain of it, or if it's really contradictory of each other. Like, and I just feel like your wishes and some things you've been trying to manifest, they've been all over the place and like counteracting each other out. And so this is finding that stability and being connected into what you actually want. Okay. So that is really positive. And I see why you're going through all you're going through to get there, because that's generally, you know, that's kind of what it takes. I have to say, through personal experience and through my clients' experience, especially like my longtime clients where I've seen them go through many transformations. We have to have these moments, and they suck, and I hate when I see them for myself or for somebody else, but I also know at the end of them, it's so powerful and you gain so much from it. So it is a good thing. So we have Isis, past life. This situation involves your past life memory. So yes, you know, the 12th house holds past life energy. And so I really do, with that, these two cards being here, some of these emotions and these shifts that are coming up for you this month are kind of stuff from past experiences. So they may be incredibly confusing. Like, what the hell? What am I supposed to do with this? Just allow yourself to go through those emotions and the thoughts and see what happens on the other side. Just like I told group 2, you know, sitting down with your emotions and asking, like, what is the real reason behind this? What are we really feeling? What's really bothering me? Why are you really upset? And that's what I've been sitting down and asking myself lately. Like, I will go into a semi-meditative state, just getting myself calm enough to be able to imagine that very emotional version of me being on the other side of a table or sitting down with them, and what's really wrong, and allowing that part of me to speak without trying to stop it, without trying to filter, just really letting things out, and just recognizing that aspect of me and allowing it to have the stage. Instantly I feel the emotions start to fade instantly. But when the actual information comes out of what's going on, it's really enlightening, because it's never about what I actually think it's about. It's always about something else. It's always about something that's much deeper, and something that's actually within my control. A lot of the times we're getting upset about things that are out of our control. We can't really do anything with what somebody else chooses to do. We can't do anything whenever there's delays in our plans. But we're not really upset about that. There's something that we're upset about that we actually do have control over. And it's going to be usually our thoughts about ourselves and our potential and what we can and can't have, and what's working for us and what's not. So I'm going to pull one more card. I decided for you all to pull out the Moonology deck. I was just feeling this was a good deck for you guys right now. And so, yeah, look at this. Meditate and contemplate. That is going to, that's going to be what's going to help you the most this month deal with this energy, okay? So I love you guys so very much. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated, please leave me a message in the comments. I really do love to see and hear from you guys, to just see how this reading is fitting into your life and what you're experiencing. And if you want to check out what's going on for your sign's energy, I do have all signs readings posted on my Patreon, so you can check that out right now. The links are in the pinned comment below, and it's all signs for October. And we also go into your love life, finances, career, and spiritual messages. So make sure you check those out if you're interested. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. I love you guys so much. Thank you, and I'll see y'all next time.